Hey all, and welcome. Earlier today I was streaming and some of the guys on stream were discussing Litematica. They haven't used it before. They didn't know what it was or how it works. So I thought that sort of conversation and some of the description I did during the stream I will cover off now in a YouTube video. And as you can see, if I change single layer, everything behind me is gone. You can sort of see the blue box where the 3D image is sort of around me. But then what I am able to do is use page up and page down to go through what will be the different layers of this blueprint. So what you had previously was Hogwarts and it was all ghosted blocks, but then you're able to build layer by layer. Anyway, let's get over to the stream. Do I have a link to the... I've got the Litematica if you want. I can give you the Litematica. Do you use Litematica? The blueprints that I was showing earlier? Because if you do, I can send you the Litematica blueprint of it. So you can... but I don't think I've got a video on YouTube. It would have been on Twitch only, and they deleted. Oh, you... No, but even vanilla, Litematica is local. It's not server. So Litematica is this, where you can put down a schema. So what you do is you go... so like this one here, yeah? So I did this, I created a... So Jess needed, I need a stick. Do I have a stick? I've got a stick. So the stick is like the one, so you can move the 3D image. And this is just client side. It's got nothing to do with the server. So you can see what I did is built a very simple, so she's got a guardian farm. And then for the guardian farm, the stuff comes up. I then built a little filter to then go through using just like this took an hour to build. And then everything that gets left over once all the boxes are full goes to the fire, and then basically it's just, but it's a blueprint, so you can walk straight through it. Nothing's physically there. And all it enables you to do is to place the right block. Let me remove that one. So if I go, let's go back to Hogwarts and I'll show you what I mean. It's absolutely, this has changed my ability to build quickly. So if you look at Hogwarts over here, if I load the single, so what I've done on my local PC is I've cut it up into multiple. So I've got a single player world. I could probably load the single player world actually. But if I go into here, so Hogwarts 2, yeah, so that's the second part. The first part was what you guys saw down there. It was the big boathouse that we got, and it sort of comes up to this area. So we would have some pillars to place the next blueprint against. So the first one was the boathouse and all of this up here. The problem was that all of the dirt underneath was in the blueprint as well, but that's fine. So that's why I sort of split it. So what we have now is, if I load this one, so turn Hogwarts 2 on. Now you can see, so Hogwarts 2 doesn't have all of those buildings that were in the background over there. I've cut it up so that you can see my PC doesn't really struggle with it. Perfectly fine. And the bit I'm about to build now is this bit. So you can see I've started doing the floor, and as you place the block, so if I had a block on me, so you see the top, the very top right, I don't know if you guys can see that up there. I know you can't. Hold on, let me remove the overlay. Did that work? No. There we go. Alrighty, so if you look top right, you see how it says schematic, and it tells you what you're looking at. So it tells you what I should be placing there. So it's saying here I should be placing deep slate tiles, but if I place that, it says top one schematic deep slate tiles, and you can see how it's turned red because I've placed spruce chunks. So if I put the spruce planks in the right one, they just look like normal spruce planks. The other really good thing is if I now go like this and we go into configuration, generic, render. So what I can do is say single layer. Yep, so everything's gone. You can still see the blue box that the blueprint lives in. Let me just go sleep. Because what I can then do is I can do layer by layer. So as we build, we do layers. So I will ping you a bunch of stuff on Discord about it, because it's all client side and it's absolutely revolutionized the way that we build. Because what it means is, like, a lot of this was built by Cactus, but it fits in perfectly because he's got the same maps, because I've sort of put the maps together and then he's got the same maps as me, so we can both build the same thing. That's the block I placed. So now if I go page up, Y288, why is it so high? For some reason it's, oh, I know why, because I was building something in the nether. Alrighty, we're almost there. So if we start to look up now, there you go. So you can see the layers of the build as I'm going page down. So page down is bringing the build, and you can see the blocks that you need. So when you're building the floor, there's lots of blocks. So you can see the snow, it's saying, the reason it's pink is because it's saying there should be nothing here, but at the moment they're saying there, because it's just because there's snow there. So I'm going to use water to clear away all the snow. But you can then see that, okay, where it's a red block, it means that there's something there that's not the right one. So purple means there's something there that shouldn't be there. Red means there's something there, but it's the wrong type of thing. Yeah. And because you can then do layer by layer, building becomes so much easier. So I was watching the Homocraft guys, and a lot of them actually, DocM included, build on their local... yeah, so the blueprints suck massively. But yeah, so even Doc M77, he's one of the Homocraft guys I watch. He builds these amazing redstone machines, and what he does, actually, you know what I might be able to do, so let me turn this off and let me on stream go escape, disconnect. I'm just going to go into single player mode, and I'm going to quickly show you what single player does, because we're on the server you can't do what I'm about to do, but in single player you can. So let's go single player, don't worry about this. Machines. So what the machines single player does is I've gone and found loads of different schematics and decided to try them. So here you go. This is what I built. So I've taken this schematic, yep, and I've modified it on my single player world. So I left all of this bit as is, but what I then did is I said, actually, because all of this is single blocks, I wanted the ability to have the shulker loaders. So I put in the shulker loaders. Yep. So I added all of these shulker loaders to the sortation system, because it comes through here, it drops down, and this is the sortation system that I built in the last season. That's how big it is. So this is the entrance over here, but before we go into the entrance, this is the shulker unboxer. So you drop it in the top, it comes all the way down, puts it into here, it then unloads it. As it unloads it, everything So it goes into there, into that little bit. Everything drops into here. These get pushed up into the bottom of it, and then they all go down, and it offloads at 16 speed, I think it is. So that allows you to sort of see the size of the machine. There you go. You can point them to this, and then you can see in the background, you can see what it's done and what's in there and all that kind of stuff. So that's the actual machine itself. And yes, when we built it in single player, in survival, we had to dig out a hole to get all of that in mainly. So this went down 40 levels or 45 levels from the top, and then we dug all of this out so that this could fit. But what we did is we got a wither to do all the digging, or most of the digging for us. But what it enables you to do is you can come in here and you can say, okay, I'm in area selection at the moment, so you can see bottom left says area selection. I can click here and I can go, okay, so I've got that box selected, and now this one over here, we're going to come out from here, and we're just going to then swap back to the stick and go over here and then select there. So now I've got this single chunk selected, yeah? Yep, so that single chunk is selected. I can then go schematic manager, and oh no, wrong one. Schematic, no, where is it? Hold on, area. There we go. So I can save this as single, what's that, shulker. Single shulker. Just call it that. Yep, so we save that schematic. What I can then do is we can go over here and I can then load schematic placements, load schematics, and I can go, what did I call it? Single shulker, yeah? So single slash shulker loader, but let's load the one we just did. Single. Did I not save it? Thought I saved it. Anyway, let's load this one that I'd done earlier. Load schematic. Yep. So now that's loaded. That's a different model. Oh, hold on. I'm still on area placement. So you can change mode to schematic placement, fill, replace block, paste schematic into world. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now. So this is there. This does. I think that's offloading. No, that's loading. So yeah, that's the sortation coming through, and then it loads the shulker. We'll punch the shulker out. The shulker will drop into there underneath there, drop down into the boxes and go down to the bottom. So what I can do now is, now that I've got paste on, I can push a button that I've put on the menu, and look, because I'm in creative, it's pasted that. So I can actually now interact with it because it's pasted it. So if I wanted to build a let me move this over one. So I'm just going to move it over Z? No, not Z. X? Yes. So there you go. So if I wanted to build like multiple layers of this, instead of building it every time, just put a stick in my hand and then go back to backspace, and then I can do the same. So you can very quickly start to build up a proper machine or whatever it is you want to do. Same as some of the other ones I've found. If I go schematic placements, load. So as I was saying, so Hogwarts, I've cut it all down diagonally. Loaders, the train station, cactus farm. The cactus farm's quite nice actually. So the cactus farm we built last season. So the wizards built it last season. There you go. I've just pasted it into the world, and now it's actually running and working. So it's called Litematica, and loads of different people use it, and I would highly recommend it. So look, it's already collecting. Yeah, so you can just stand here and it's already working. Look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, so it's called Litematica. And on a creative world, you can just paste whatever you want. So if you Google, let me look at another one quickly. So you want to do a world, Flushing Fire Farm, Guardian. So Gold Farm, Guardian Farm, you need to be up. So like here, what I did for, oh actually, let me do that one. What's it called? 3 pubs. No, Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade layout. Yeah, so this one's quite a big one because it's got all the ground in it. So this isn't what I'm building, but it's similar to what I'm going to be building. Oh no, this is what I'm building, because look, there's my road. So that's what Hogsmeade will then look like. So if I now just do backspace, it's pasting it all in. It takes a little bit of time because it's got thousands of blocks now that it's trying to paste in. But look at that. Really quickly, you can then say, okay, I'm going to go from paste selection to area selection. Oh, you know what? I really like this building that they've done, so I'm going to go and select that building, and I'm then going to paste it into my own world so that I can make. So that's what I've done here. Is I've taken loads of different medieval type buildings. You can see the styles are slightly different. This one would have white up there if it was the same one as that. This one would have white instead of wood. But what I've done is I found all these different medieval houses and I've turned them into what I would see is what Hogsmeade Village would look like, sort of. A small scale of Hogsmeade Village, because Hogsmeade Village is much bigger than this, but I've sort of built my own Hogsmeade Village based on what I found from other people. So I would highly, highly recommend it. It's called Litematica, and once, yeah, you can see up here, Litematica version, blah, blah, blah. But once you've used it a couple of times, using it in survival is so easy, because you can then, instead of going blueprint back, and sort of taking 10-15 seconds to place a block and then getting the math wrong, and you've placed one at block 20 by 30 instead of 21 by 30, and then it all goes wrong, blah, blah, blah. This just works. So, end of tutorial. You can, I might actually take a copy of this and just put it onto my YouTube channel so you can sort of see quite quickly, and you can point your other guys at that, and then they can hit the like and subscribe button. No, I'm kidding. They don't have to hit the like and subscribe. It's always nice if people do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hope you liked that discussion we had around Litematica. If you do have any questions, please do feel free to put something down in the comments below under this video. I'll happily answer them. If you need a fuller sort of description video that shows you all the different things you can do with the Litematica, including the way the tools work, the way the menu structure works and so on, let me know. I will happily put one together or point you to one that's already been done by somebody else. But thank you guys so much, and have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Wolf out. Bye.